Hello, my lovelies. How you living? How you feeling? How you been? What's tea? Whatever under the sun. If you see things, moving in the background, that's just my little old child. But hello. So honestly, sorry, I was all jumbled up because I definitely had like a cute ass little intro, whatever. But basically, I was just running down, talking to y'all about life, how life has been lifing, and it's going up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely going up. But we're going to talk about some of the things that have been coming up for myself that have been kind of taking a toll on my growth, I should say. Basically, just my progress moving forward, things like that. Um, I think the biggest thing, honestly, that I had to hear from like another video, and it said something along the lines of just like kind of you have to better accept yourself in the moment so that you're not constantly yearning to be better, if that makes sense. Like me, like I've said before, like I'm a post perfectionist. I no longer want to perfection. I just want to be happy. I want peace. I don't want perfection. But um on rewiring that thought process of not having to be perfect anymore and just flowing through life and just flowing with myself within, and honestly just like seeing myself evolve. I've been a big critic because I'm like, okay, well, like I did this, cool, now what's next, what can I do, like I'm supposed to be checking off a list. But in reality, like I feel like I've said it before, like we're not checklists, we're not like we are lessons, but we're not sure where the fuck I was going with that. We're just not robots. Let me just say that. Like, we're not robots. We're not meant to just constantly be like this all the time. Just every single step is going to be positive. Like, I had to detach from me being like, yo, like, if I'm, say, because, you're going to make the same mistakes. Sorry, I'm glitching a little bit. But you're going to make the same mistakes until you learn that lesson, right? And so when I'm making mistakes though, after I've learned and became aware of the how bad those mistakes are, then I start getting on myself for making those mistakes more because I'm now at that point of being aware of it. And so I noticed that I can't become my biggest critic trying to heal myself, or it's not healthy. It's not love. It's not self-love at that. It's not self-love. Like you're just critiquing yourself, and that's me too, speaking to self. Um and I just had to really like release the want to constantly excel and not actually soaking in the moment of me appreciating my growth. Like I'm walking in my manifestations. I've received and blatantly seen how the universe has benefited me and how just my path has brought me to this point. Like I'm aware of the why it had to happen in order for me to get here. Like no, like I for so long, like I said, majority of my life was fixated on anger and just madness and just trauma. Like I was a very bitter, angry, upset child for many valid reasons for sure. But again, we are not at fault for what we went through. We are responsible for healing from it. Yes and yes. And of course, I had to swallow that BS fucking pill and don't. I almost damn near choked on that hoe. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like, ugh, ugh, ugh. To heal what you didn't cause, shit makes me want. But that's why we heal, guys. That's why we heal. And so, yeah, just really accepting for real, like I'm okay here. I'm perfect here. It's not always gonna. It's never. Oh, I'm gonna be good when I get X, Y, and Z. Because we always. Oh, I'm gonna be good when I pay this off. Oh, I'm gonna be good when I get this car. Oh, I'm gonna be good when I get that job. When I'm famous. When I'm X, Y, and Z. What's stopping you from being good right now? Excluding the material. Because again, us as human beings, because we're spiritual beings having a human experience, not humans having a spiritual experience. Flip that motherfucker. Flip that motherfucker. Because again, we're learning how to navigate this life. That doesn't mean that every single life is going to be navigated as such. Like, not off topic as hell. But just honestly acceptance. That's what we're gonna title this: acceptance, guys. Accepting everything, accepting the bad shit that happened to you, accepting the good shit that's happening to you. Because again, yin and yang, you cannot act like there's gonna be peaches and cream, like you didn't go through the rocky road. Like, accept it. But it doesn't have to take control over you anymore. Along with being perfect, along with constantly wanting to heal, or not even heal, fix yourself. Because again, we do not need fixing. We need love. We need catering. We need, I don't fucking know why my words are not wording, guys. Obviously, I need to do this more often, and that's why I've been slacking. But yeah, honestly, that's another thing. Like me doing my content and again, getting over my being seen thing. Like, yes, I'm a very confident woman and I love that about myself. But I do know that there's certain times I get my icky feel and I'm like, I don't feel like doing a video. I don't feel like doing this. But that's that raw, uncut shit that I be wanting in my videos because it's like, well, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing for real. Like, I really don't know shit. I literally be viewing life my next 24 fucking hours. That's it. Like, I can't think of my big picture because I can't assume that that's what my picture is going to look like. Because as soon as I start assuming that that's going to look like that, every single thing that does not look like it's leading me to that path is going to disappoint me. So instead of attaching myself to a potential future, I'm going to, I listened to this one shit. It said, learning the universe has a lot to do about attracting things, not chasing. You don't chase shit. His example was the NFL. The NFL don't go and ask the NFL to pick you. You prepare yourself to be so good that the NFL is gonna choose you. And that's something that like really kind of stuck with me. Oh, you coming to say hi? Are you gonna? You ain't even coming to say hi for real, mommy. Come here. This is my spirit animal, my best friend in animal form. Meow. Mommy loves you. You wanna get down on the table because she's not even supposed to be up there, and she know that. That's why she playing during my video. Yeah, because you know, tú no se pone toca mi mesa. Sorry, lo siento. Mi español es más o menos, pero yo necesito practicar. Gracias. But yeah, back to NFL. I do remember that. That one really stuck because of course sports and shit, but also just getting used to again being in that divine feminine energy because that divine masculine energy is that really controlled, having plans, very not even controlled, but more so organized. I'm not gonna say controlled because being in your divine or not even divine, being in your masculine energy does not mean that you're just grr. No, that just means you're in your more that's that chase energy, is that masculine energy. Your feminine energy, and everybody has masculine and feminine. It's an energy, it's not a person, it's not a gender, it's not a sex. It's energy. And the masculine is that go get it type of energy. Then the feminine energy is the attract. Because women, we deserve one, deserve to attract everything, all abundance and everything in the light possibility. But two, that's just kind of I'm gonna find the words for it, guys. I'm not gonna dive into the energies honestly right now, but that's just kind of like a basis. And when you're in more of your divine feminine, you're more in a receiving mode than anything. I'm gonna just use that. And when you're in open to receiving from the universe, that means that you're not restricting yourself to just being limited to a couple manifestations. Like you're supposed to attract things from the universe. You're supposed to put yourself in a position to where whatever it is that you want, it's going to come to you because you're doing the prep to get it. It's not necessarily like, oh, I need a car. You can't just go buy a car. You're prepping yourself to save up the money to be able to afford the car. So yes, you can say you want X, Y, and Z, but are you doing the things to be in the position to receive it? Is really how he was basically like wording that down. And that shit really resonated because it's like, am I really doing what I want to be doing to be that full most content creator or, YouTuber or artist or fashionista? Like, am I doing the stuff in my capacity instead of worrying about like, why isn't it here yet? Or why isn't it happening? Or why is it taking so many steps? Which again, these are all fucking questions I be having. Like, I promise you, I be going in a spiral too. Just because I talk about mental health don't mean that I don't have my moments. Like, this shit is fucking difficult. It's interesting, but it's so crazy when that certain shit like that gets revealed because it's like, what the fuck? Like, That's so real. Like we're attracting in this life, at least in this motherfucker, at least in mine. I don't know what y'all got going on. But me personally, I'm trying to attract everything. I'm not trying to chase my whole life. I'm not trying to do the 9 to 5. I'm not trying to have to work until I'm fucking 60 just to be able to live them little decades. Now I'm stiff. No, I'm gonna live now. Worry about the rest of the shit. And I know that the universe, God, the greatest of divine. You know what God means to me. Greatest of divine. Yes, that is my God. The source will provide always, as long as you release and surrender to the potentials of greatness. Like that's literally all you can do, because we can't control the shit and we stressed out anyway. All of these humanly desires, negativity, you get what I'm trying to say. All of the negative things that have to partake in the humanly experience. If I stress over every fucking thing that I read, saw, heard, seen, felt, my nigga, I'd be in a mental asylum. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be here. And I'm not gonna wish that on me. So we're gonna ignore that. But yeah, like, fuck it, I don't know. Letting go, surrendering. That's just it. And acceptance. Accepting where you're at and know that you're perfect and wanted and deserving where you're at. You don't have to fix anything to then be that deserving person. If you feel like you are not in your higher self, write down what the fuck is different from you and your higher self. And again, what are those things that you're not doing and what's stopping you from doing them now? And even then, it doesn't have to be on a grand scale. Like, oh, my higher self will be treating myself for X, Y, and Z. What ways are you doing that within your budget? What ways are you doing it within your capabilities? Don't make it seem like you got to be rich as fuck to treat yourself, or you got to be uh filled with fucking wisdom to read. Like you don't, or like these are just examples, but or like shit, or you have to have the best clothes to dress. Like me, I'm a thrift girly. Like I never liked seeing limits. I could see them. I could be oblivious though. Sometimes you have to be oblivious in a healthy way to benefit your manifestations, or just to benefit yourself, honestly. Because at the end of the day, having that healthy delusion about your potential, having a healthy delusion about where you want to see yourself is going to bring you closer, and it's going to shorten that gap between you and who you want to be. Because at the end of the day, for one, you shouldn't want to be anyone outside of yourself. You should want to benefit, grow, enhance, and evolve as your being. But you should not want to be anyone else. You should not want to change yourself so much that you lose yourself. You can lose yourself in a healthy way, but you can also lose yourself trying to be some, like, fit in, basically fit out, like continue to fit out in every way, shape, or form that you can. And that's the reason why we struggle so much with acceptance of where the fuck we at, because we so worried about what everybody else gonna think, or if we not in the crib fast enough, or X, Y, and Z. Because I know I be putting myself in a rush, and like really stressing myself out and really not being in the moment for real, because I'm so stressed about things that I feel like I should already be doing. But a lot of those things, when I really sit back and I'm like, things that I want for myself, I'm doing, I start to see like these are projections that I've taken in and started projecting onto myself. Because again, all of the shit that we be thinking people think about us, she's acting up. Yes, just honestly accept and love yourself where you're at. Like that's all you fucking can do, and be okay with you constantly evolving. Like you have to get used to it, because as soon as you do make that next step, then it is like a, oh, what's next type of thing. Hold on, I'm gonna finish this up because my child keeps playing in the blinds and she obviously is ready to play or whatever she wants to do. But yeah, just accept the evolution of you. You don't stop growing, you don't stop evolving. So detach from wanting to feel like you're gonna reach a stopping point. Let go of that idea. Baby, this ain't a stopping point. This motherfucker is a non-stop ongoing Ferris wheel of health, healing. Fuck it. I don't know. However you view it. All I know is let go of thinking that when you make it in the physical, that you're gonna feel complete, because that shit never aligns, guys. And you know it. You've seen the videos, you've seen the movies.
The person gets the money, but then they're incomplete inside because they didn't go within and they went external for every single thing that they wanted validation from.
Let that shit go. Understand that you're on your own journey. Your journey never stops until and you need to just let that shit go. Honestly, like explore. become that childlike mind that we used to love. Children have such a unique way of thinking because they don't have all of the opinions and all the bias and all the bullshit added onto it. They just think creatively. Go back into that. Get back into your inner child so that you're capable of experiencing this life in the forefront, not through a fucking TV screen or a camera. Be in the moment. Work on and that's steps. Just day to day. Try to find ways that you can be more in the moment. Detach from your phone. Shit like that. Go outside. Breathe. Mindful breathing at that. Shit like that. It will those little steps will add up eventually. Like it's something about like the law of action along with manifestation, because you can manifest, you can pray, you can do all of this, but if you're just doing a prayer, a manifestation with no action towards it, God, the universe just waiting for you to make them steps so that they can take you the rest of the way. Because you sitting here wanting a cap to save a hoe, and I promise you nobody's gonna save you until you're ready to save yourself. And I love y'all so much that I'm gonna give you the tough truth because I need to hear that shit. And who knows, if it resonates, it resonates. If not, peace, love, and light. Kudos to you. Maybe next time something will. But I do know, love yourself enough to let go. And love yourself enough to know that you're perfect now. And you're complete now. You're content now. You're amazing now. Like, you're probably the only person that feels like you need fixing, or the only person that sees the flaws, honestly, because we're so great at covering up our worst, our most negative parts. Just ooze out the fucking vulnerability. Like, that's literally all I be doing because it's so uncomfortable for me. And it's always been uncomfortable for me that it's like I sat so deep into being uncomfortable. I was just like, fuck it. Like, life is uncomfortable. Let's get used to being uncomfortable and just get used to being in our own skin. Stop giving a fuck about everybody's opinion and accept yourself, because that's the only acceptance that matters. So comprehend yourself. Understand yourself so much that even if somebody else doesn't understand you, it won't matter. Like, you don't want to be living for someone else, and this is your life. This is your walk a path. Path a walk, walk a path. I don't know. Walk that bitch. I don't care. All I know is love yourself. And love yourself first. First and foremost, put yourself first. Love yourself first. Do your shit. Don't live your life for anyone else but your own fucking self. And know that you are loved. We're gonna slide into the affirmations because I'm not trying to make it too long and it's already kind of dragging. But know that you are loved, you're perfect, you're amazing, you're a kind, beautiful soul who deserves all and the utmost love from yourself and within and without. Um Again, know that wherever place that you're in right now, know that it's gonna be okay. If you're going through hard times right now, take a deep breath and reel yourself in, because you're that bitch, you're that nigga, and you can get over every single thing that you go through. You've gone through probably more shit than you're going through now, and it just seems big because you're in the middle of it. So release, release in all ways that you can think of. Release your emotions, release attachment to people, things, places, feelings. Release it, and know that you're worthy of a better future for yourself and a better present moment. So be in the present moment so that your future can align with what you want and not what someone else wants. And again, know that you are loved. And if you have not heard it today, I love you, and tune in. Don't ever tune out. And it's been real lovely, Vikings and Queens.